Hey, what's up? This is Fyre doing another video blog. Forgot to do it the other day, so this is the fourth I think I've done. So I was asked by my friend on YouTube to do a little review on Mario's 1, 2, and 3 for NES, so I'll do those here real fast. So I'll start with Mario 1. You know, Super Mario Bros. 1 came out in 1985, so good lord, you know, nearly 3 decades ago. A lot of people probably don't know the basic story behind it. I'm sure you know the gist of it, but one day Mario and Luigi were doing a plumbing job, and they heard a woman scream for help, and they entered a pipe, and they got sent to the magical land, and obviously it was Princess Toadstool. You know, this is back before we started calling her Peach. She was called Peach in Japan all along, but she was only called Peach ever since Mario 64, I believe, or Mario Kart 64 here in the US. But Bowser used his dark magic to turn all the people of the Mushroom Kingdom into the plants you see, the bricks you see in the game. The Goombas are like evil mushrooms, who sided with Bowser and Koopa Troopas and other baddies that are in the game. Mario 2, Super Mario Bros. 2, that's a different tale. Originally, what the game that became Mario 2 was released in Japan under the Japanese title Yume Kojo Doki Doki Panic, translation Dream Factory, Heart Pounding Panic. And Dream Factory is a bit of a reference because when Doki Doki Panic got turned into Mario 2, they kept a lot from the original, and then when they made it Mario 2, they changed the sprites, because originally the story behind Doki Doki Panic is this brother and sister are reading the storybook. They get grabbed by a giant hand that comes out of the book, and sends them inside the story tale land. And I think their pet monkey, he wanders off. He finds a family having a picnic, a mother, father, son, and daughter. Mama, Papa, Lena, and Imogen, I believe, are the son and the daughter and the son. I did a sprite comic a few years back using those sprites. So the family have to go into the storybook and rescue the two kids. Then when they Mariofied it, it was Mario having a dream, and he had a dream where he was in this magical land, and when he woke up, he saw the staircase that led to his dream world, so his dream came true, and Luigi, Princess Toadstool, I still call it that, and Toad, they took the place. So basically, instead of Papa, Mama, sister, and brother, it became Mario, Luigi. So Luigi was the mom. The mom had the wiggle float, and then Toad was the brother, and then Princess became the sister. I believe that's how it is. Or maybe Luigi was his sister, Peach was the mom. Something like that, but they changed the sprites. The funny thing about that, Doki Doki Panic had a lot of this, everything for the most part except for the characters, the main four, stayed the same, except instead of Claw Grip, the crab in Mario 2, you have another Mouser level. And if you watch the credits for Mario 2, you'll see a few mess ups. Instead of Claw Grip, they call him Claw Glip, your typical English. And they have Berto and Ostro's names flipped around because Berto, as we all know, well, Berto was called Catherine. He liked to be called Catherine, but my thought behind Berto is a species, because if you ever seen the old Mario Bros. Super Show cartoons, you'll know that there's more than one Berto, because there's one cartoon where a mother Berto thinks Toad's her baby. So, I mean, there's more than one Berto. There's more than one Yoshi. Why wouldn't there be more than one Berto? It's just like an offspring species, like a sprout species from Yoshi's. That's what I figured, because they're both basically dinosaurs. But Berto's called Ostro. Ostro is the ostrich that the Shy Guys and stuff will run on in some levels that you can ride on. Okay, and then Mario 3, I'm going to need like 20 minutes to discuss how much I love Mario 3. Mario 3 came out in like 1990, and if you ever saw the movie The Wizard starring Fred Savage from way back when, which is basically like a 100-minute movie for Nintendo, you know, this little boy is a wizard, which is a nice sort of reference to, if you've heard of the band The Who, how they had a movie called Tommy, where the guy was a pinball wizard. So that's a nice reference to that, because this kid's like an uber genius in games. And I love the movie because it's all these Nintendo games, all these classic games, and they call the old Nintendo Power Hotline, which is a total 1990s thing, and this one kid, the one kid Lucas, who later in the movie that the little boy faces, has a Power Glove, and if you know your Nintendo, you know Power Gloves were like the awesome thing, and I would, as a collector, that's like my dream is to own a Power Glove. And at the end of the movie, we had the world premiere of Mario 3. I mean, Mario 3 was released in Japan a few years earlier, but we didn't see it here till the Wizard, and you see him get the first Warp Crystal in World 1 Castle, which, if you don't get that, you really need help. I'll help if you need me, because that's the easiest thing in the world to do. But Mario 3. Why I love Mario 3. The Wizard was a big factor. Raccoon Mario. That's the best box art for any game ever. It's simple. It's just a Raccoon Mario pick with the Mario 3 logo above him. That is easily the best box art. It had Tanuki suit, which is, you first get in World 5, if you get to one of the red Toad houses. The dark red Toad houses, you get a Tanuki suit. You hit down and B or down and Y in the Super Nintendo All-Stars version, and you go statue. Tanuki's mythology in Japan, because Tanuki is a thing in Japan, it's mythological creatures. They're called raccoon dogs, that they have magical powers and can change into things. And if you know Animal Crossing, you know Tom Nook. Tom Nook is a Tanuki. His initial plus his last name is T Nook, so it's basically Tanuki, just like his nephews Timmy and Tommy are Tanukis. And the fact that every furniture item in Animal Crossing is a leaf, which is another Tanuki reference, because when they brought Tanuki and Raccoon Mario back in the 3DS games, it's the leaf all over again, because the leaf is what changes Mario into Raccoon Mario in Mario 3. Frog Mario, which is World 1-3, the water world, which I love, is awesome. Super swimmer, and I really wish they bring him back. And then my all-time favorite, well, Tanuki I love to death. I've seen Tanuki t-shirts in stores and I want them badly, but my favorite is Hammer Mario. And when you use the Game Genie codes in the All-Stars version for Super Nintendo, you can kill anything, including Bowser with the hammer, which I have a video of, which saves you 6 hours of annoyance. You know, you cut through levels, you can kill everything. Although with Tanuki, when you statue it, the little roto discs in the castles, if you time it right, you can jump, statue, and drop on them, and you kill them. And I love that. Warp Bristles. There's 3 Warp Bristles. If you don't know the 3 Warp Bristles, there's one in World 1 Castle. There's one in World 1-3. You jump behind, you stand on the white, there's the white box, you stand on it, you duck till you fall behind it, you go behind it, past the roulette at the end of the level, and you get the first one. And then obviously, okay, World 1 Castle is the second one. World 1, the third Warp Whistle is in World 2, up in the top corner of the map, when you get all the way over towards where the castle is, there's the block. When you beat the Hammer Brother that gives you the hammer item in your inventory, you use that to break the block. You go over, there are 2 things. There's a Fire Bro, and a dark red Toad House. The Toad House has the frog suit. First time you get a frog suit is in World 2. A lot of you people didn't know that. When you beat the Fire Bro, you get the 3rd Warp Whistle. So, I mean, there's another little bit. I love it because when you beat, I think it's World 1-3 or World 1-5, when you beat the Koopa Kid, Mario, the King is Black Mario, which is a nice little hilarity. I love it. And I think in the All-Stars version, he was a Yoshi. He's Yoshi. He gets turned into a Yoshi, so then he becomes Mario. So it's another little Black Mario. I love Black Mario. The Koopa Kids. I mean, and things that became synonymous with the game. And you had the first flying Mario game. You had the first bit of the Koopa Kids. The 7. Let's see if I can name them all. Lemmy, Larry, Iggy, Ludwig, Morton, Roy, and Wendy. Wendy O. Morton Koopa Jr. They're all references to like pop culture, different celebrities and things like that. There's a thing that Nintendo Miyamoto said a few months back, that they're not Bowser's kids yet in the old cartoon. They are Bowser's kids. Bowser Jr. is his only kid now. See, I think the Koopa Kids. They're the Koopa Kids. People call them the Koopa Links. I've called them the Koopa Kids since Mario 3. The flying ship. Different power-ups. It was the first game with multiple power-ups. And my favorite items in that game, I love the anchor, because the ship just stops where it is, and so it doesn't float off. If you don't beat it the first time around and use the anchor, and it locks there, I think, for like a couple turns. Music box, it puts your Hammer Brothers, and your even the in World 7, which I call Pipe Maze. There's the big plants, which are the big piranha plant levels. You can put those as loop too, so you can just go past them. Another handy item is Jugum's Cloud. It's the cloud you get. You can skip over a level. Where's that in current games? I would kill for that in a lot of the current Mario games. Bring back the item inventory, because you have 28 spots. And when you beat the game, normally you get 28 P-Wings in your item inventory. P-Wing, bring that back. There was a little bit of reference in Mario Bros. 2 on the P meter for Raccoon Mario. It was the P-Wing logo, but bring that back so I have full P-Wing again. Flag through levels. God, that was handy, Mario 3. And basically, I mean, review for Mario. Oh yeah, Mario 3. So I'm gonna rate the Mario first 3 Mario games. Mario 1 I love to death. It's simple though. It's great with Game Genie for All Stars and Super Nintendo. There's a code where everything's a power up, including Bowser. So you run into him, 1,000 points. Everything's a power up. And nice thing, the code also works. You get one up. Everything after that's a 1-up. It even works on Mario Lost Levels. There's a code for Mario Lost Levels on All Stars. God, that's handy. And there's also like a super jump code, so you can basically just like hover/fly through Mario 1 or Lost Levels. So I'm like, because there's levels and Lost Levels, like, how do you beat this level without codes? Because it's like, who invented this game? They should be shot, because it's like, there's big, large gaps, and there's levels with freaking like tornadoes or wind that completely screw you up. Speaking of tornadoes and wind, Mario 3 reference, Mario 3 best level is Anger Sun World 2. I love the Anger Sun. Another dude you can kill with the hammer, by the way, which I have a video on YouTube, which watch, because like, boom, 1,000 points, you're dead. But you can kill him with that. You know, you time it right, you turtle shell him, he's dead. Mario 3, also, I love the roulette, because you get 3 stars, you get 5 up. Where's that? Bring that back, because when they redid the classic levels for Mario 2's Coin Rush, which I love, with Mario 1 and Mario 3 levels, where's the freaking roulette? Bring that back in the new game. If you're gonna bring back Raccoon, bring back from more Mario 3, because Mario 3 is the best Mario game ever. It's not the easiest for me. Mario World for Super Nintendo, which is technically Mario Bros. 4, as the Famicom, a Super Famicom copy for, you know, the Japanese Mario World, which I love. But yeah, there's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so 1, I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. Not to say it's a bad game. It's just, you know, it's not my favorite. Mario 2, I'm gonna give it like 8, because that game gets no love from a lot of people because it's not your traditional Mario game. Dude, you throw vegetables. I mean, that's weird, but it still has a lot of good stuff. I love Wart and Mouser and Berto and Claw Grip and Fry Guy. Fry Guy is awesome. And Toad is awesome in that game. And then Mario 3, 10 out of 10. 100 out of 10. It's the best Mario game by far. So that's my Mario 1, 2, and 3 review. I'll do another video blog next week. Check it later.